What's up, everybody? This is Dylan. That's Justin. ManToManFootball here. Avid Longhorn fan, avid Cowboy fan, both avid football fans. Let's get it.
What is going on, everybody? We are watching another little Zach Wilson video here. I believe this is his full 2020 highlights here. I do think this guy has a ridiculously good arm compared to a lot of the other quarterbacks going in. I'll just kind of give you a little another reaction and kind of think about where this guy may go in the NFL. Um, Dylan.
I'm excited to see as we get closer to the
Mm,
draft, does this guy end up going number 2? A much better arm than Fields as far as just arm strength, arm talent. Kind of gives you a little bit of that. Patrick Mahomes can throw it all over the field, and then he runs around well enough too that he is a threat doing that.
yeah,
Very curious to see if he ends up being the better, ranking higher than Justin Fields in the draft.
yeah. Lately I've seen a lot of mock drafts where he goes two. That would be very interesting to see if he goes two to the Jets, or if the Jets go, protect the Sam Darnold and draft Penny Sewell. But I mean, Zach Wilson, he looks like a phenomenal arm talent, cerebral kind of guy that just plays smart, get the ball out. I mean, that dude was rolling to the right and just slings it on a rope down to the middle of the field. That is a ridiculous
The
camera
arm
angle.
strength is incredible,
Yeah, he
and
just
that
the ball just looks effortless coming out of his hands. I said that in the last video, but he
yeah.
just
But I mean, it's worth saying again because I mean, man, he just launches it.
across his body, across the field, just I don't know. The guy just has ridiculous arm talent. So I wouldn't say watching his highlights you would see just as you won't see as craftiness as like a
Oof.
Pat Mahomes, but he just looks like a smart guy. Ridiculous ball placement there. He can just kind of do it all with the football.
That's a really good catch. It's a good throw football, but that's a
Yeah.
good catch too. The
Yeah.
wide receiver's got that DB draped all over him.
I love how beautiful his spiral is. Look at the physicalness by Mr. Wilson there.
Sniff out the goal line, man.
Oh yeah,
He's a good enough runner to be a threat.
that's all you need. I'm very interested to see if people see him as highly. I wonder if people see him as being as high on the board as some people project him to be, especially as an NFL team that is looking for a future quarterback. Do the Panthers want to go get this guy? I mean,
Yeah, I'm excited to see whichever quarterback ends up with the Panthers. And if I was the Panthers, I think I would lean Zach Wilson, uh, just because he has more of an arm and can hit really anywhere on the field. Kind of brings
yeah.
that, you've got the creativity and the dynamic receivers and everything there. Get your trigger guy who can throw it all over the field.
And this guy kind of didn't have. Obviously, he didn't have too much around him. Playing for a smaller school,
Right, right.
and he's still putting up numbers and BYU
That
doing their
guy's wearing
thing up there.
96.
Yeah, that's
Look at
unreal.
that, dude.
You got guys wearing 96 catching dimes from you. You must be pretty good.
Yes, sir.
I love that he wears number one. Hopefully, he's the. Uh, how crazy would it be if the Jags just. It's like Zach
Nah,
Wilson drafted.
nah. There's no way. There's no way.
Nah, there's no way. Trevor Lawrence is a lock. But man, you can't. I think the biggest difference between Trevor Lawrence and this guy right here, not to say we compare them, like they're similar athletes, but this guy's what 6'2", Trevor Lawrence is your prototype 6'6", can run, can throw, can do it all. Did it for 3 years kind of guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can't
Played
really
at the
beat
highest
that.
level, played extremely well. Trevor Lawrence is probably the most complete quarterback prospect maybe ever.
Yeah, the one thing I will compare Zach Wilson to arm wise is the strength and the arm strength and the ball placement is just crazy by him.
So that little play right there, we just saw it twice. The little, kind of throwing the
Little,
awkward arm angle and everything. I mean, there are things that he does that reminds me a lot of Patrick Mahomes. And he's throwing off balance, off platform, weird, awkward arm angles. He just has so much arm talent that, man, it just he does things that Patrick Mahomes does.
yeah, puts it literally where only his receivers can catch the ball. Hey guys, if you watched the video this long, like, subscribe down below. We appreciate you guys. Jumping right back into it. I mean, he just, oh, those all blacks look good.
Yeah, that
BYU,
actually is
okay.
a beautiful uniform. Oh, what a
I
shot.
love how quick the ball comes out. It's kind of like 1, 2, 3 count, and the ball's out. And that's a deep shot right there. That's what you want to see. He kind of goes through his progressions, looks one way, two, three, third guy's open, kind of slings it down the field.
Yeah, I think he was just looking the safety off there, just kind of hold him to the middle.
That works,
And
man.
then laying it up to his guy.
Ooh, a little
Uh-oh.
QB draw. 63
Get to the
tried.
end zone. Let's
Still got there.
go.
That ref got scared. Nice.
From what you've seen so far, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, I mean, do you have a preference? Is it a system thing? I mean, does it matter like, who's around you or what you're trying to do on offense? I mean, do you have a preference here?
Truthfully, I think I'm very much leaning towards Zach Wilson. His arm is ridiculously better
Yeah.
than Fields. I understand Fields is an athlete and he can throw the ball.
Hmm.
Both of these guys have really good deep balls, but Fields just isn't as it sounds. Nothing against him, but he doesn't look and seem as smart as Zach Wilson is. Zach Wilson seems to be very smart with the football.
Okay.
Looks
Like that.
around like he's just looking around his field, stays calm in the field. Waits for
Oof.
his guy to get open, scramble drill there. I mean, I think he's just more of an NFL style quarterback.
Yeah.
Um, I know that the NFL is moving towards mobile quarterbacks, but I think Zach Wilson is mobile enough. Kind of like you said, he does just enough to be a
Right.
threat.
Well, and kind of something to note there too, right? We're recording this before conference championship weekend. And your last four teams here are all led by elite pocket passing quarterbacks.
Yeah,
And so if I'm looking at that as, Zach Wilson versus Justin Fields, I agree with you. I think that Zach Wilson has that potential over Justin Fields.
I just hope his receivers in the NFL get as open as some of these guys. Look at that little stick.
Yeah, he's crafty, man. I
Yeah,
like
he
it.
really is. So what? I'm not a threat. I can run the ball. I mean, I love those black uniforms.
I love the blue accent on the black.
Yeah.
That's what really makes it for me, because that blue pops. It looks great.
I love how like you see a little flick there. He just whoop, balls out. Good to
Yeah.
go. Easy. The ball just comes out of his hands so quickly. Man, the flea flicker. Too
Any
easy.
I know I've asked you a similar question like this before, but any knock as far as he played at BYU, maybe not the stiffest competition all the time. I mean, you don't take anything away from him for that, right?
Not necessarily. Just man, it's such a tough thing in the college level to take away some stuff. Um, I think it's kind of you kind of see it as yeah, he's not playing against crazy talent, but I'm sure BYU isn't full of crazy talent either.
Sure, sure.
So the talent level kind of matches out. I don't see that being an issue. If you're Ohio State playing against whoever they're playing right now, obviously you're better everywhere than them.
Sure,
So
sure.
I think that's kind of the biggest difference.
A lot of people talk about, can the quarterback come in and make the team around him better? I think there can absolutely be something said for, Zach Wilson elevating BYU a little bit, and some of these no name guys that he is throwing the football to.
Yeah, and he does so well looking confident, and he doesn't like hesitate in any way throwing the ball. Um, you'll see a lot of Justin Fields like kind of like fake like a little pump fake, and then he'll just like tuck it and run because he doesn't really. I don't
Right.
know if it's necessarily like he doesn't feel comfortable putting the ball downfield, or
Yeah.
in the NFL you have to be comfortable putting the ball in close. You
Yeah.
have to be able to throw receivers open. They talk about that being the biggest thing now in the NFL is if a quarterback can throw a receiver open in the NFL, you have what it takes. Ryan Tannehill special there,
Ryan Tannehill special, man.
but they talk about that being one of the most important things because in the college level, 5-6 yards of separation is easy to throw to.
Right.
1 yard of separation in the NFL is a wide open receiver. So if you got a step in the NFL, you got to be able to deliver. I think Zach Wilson has that ability. I wonder if Fields has the capability to put the ball where it needs to. We know he's an athlete; he can put it there.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has the how do you say the aggressiveness to to throw a receiver open and not be
Sure.
afraid to sling it down the
Sure.
field.
Yeah, and I think it's such a tough thing too when you kind of look at NFL offenses these days, and schemes are so much more wide open, so much more spread that, man, I don't really know sometimes if quarterbacks need to be pinpoint accurate to be productive. We've kind of like talked about Kyler Murray in the past and some of his inconsistencies with accuracy, but he's still very capable of being productive.
Very.
I think when you start to get into the playoffs and things like that, and that's when those big moments and making those big throws in the game, that's when some of that stuff really shines. And that's when I talk about Zach Wilson over Justin Fields, I think that's where the biggest difference is, because he does have much more arm talent, can make throws around people, the sidearm stuff. I think both of them will be plenty productive in the NFL. I think both of them have enough talent to do that. But I definitely think Zach Wilson is the better quarterback prospect.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Appreciate y'all checking out the channel, checking out the video. Man to Man Football here. Y'all stay tuned for more.